Hello and welcome back to My Yoga My Way. Today's practice is going to be more for an intermediate level yogi. We've got some really nice stretching poses, but a few postures that are actually a little more of a level up from the beginner. So by all means, if you're wanting to challenge yourself and you feel you are at a beginner level, you can certainly practice along with us. But if you do find yourself in a challenging position, just come out of it at any time. It's not a problem. I guess the only way we're going to learn is to experience them and see how it feels for your body. So we'll start our practice in Shavasana, and I hope you enjoy the practice. So just come down now onto your back very gently. You can roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. And as we come down into Shavasana, we try and find a nice neutral back. And we want to start from the feet and work our way up to the head. So just make a connection there and notice the connections you've got with your heels, your calves, your buttocks, your hips, your thoracic spine, all touching the mat or the floor or wherever you may be practicing today. We want to find a little bit of length and lengthen the neck and opening up of the chest. So I'll ask you to just roll your shoulders back a little so that your shoulder blades are coming together slightly, opening up the top chest. And you can also displace your head back into the mat ever so slightly, dropping your chin towards your chest. So we're finding length through the neck. And just laying here thinking nice and tall and long through the crown. And we'll start here with some passive observations of our breath. So we'll stay here for a few breaths, just being witness to how our breath is as we've come to the mat today. Just perhaps do a body scan also from head to toe, just seeing if you have any sore points, any tense points, any tightness. Acknowledge those points, and hopefully today's practice will work through them. Just see how your breath patterns are at the moment as you've come to the mat. Acknowledging if they're short, shallow, fast, or have you got a nice smooth and steady breath. We really want to cultivate our mood for our practice here in this breath, our bhavana. So set your intentions for your practice today. Coming out of that practice now, we'll come into resting breath, where we're just lying here, not placing any breath patterns on our body. Allow your body to sink a little deeper into the mat on every exhale. We'll place our hands onto our lower belly and we'll focus on our inhale now, inhaling into the middle of the chest, allowing our belly to rise away from the spine, and as we exhale naturally, just noticing the belly recoiling back to the spine. Breathing in, deeply in through the nose, belly rising, expanding, filling up with beautiful air, and just exhale naturally. Another inhale into the center of the chest. Belly grows larger on the inhale, and just exhale naturally with no judgment and no exertion. We'll come now to focusing on the exhale And here we want to ensure that we're engaging our lower abdominal muscles. So just place your hands on each side of your rib cage. And as we just take a natural inhale, on our exhale, we want to contract those lower abdominal muscles, similar to zipping up a pair of jeans, so from pubic bone to navel. Takes a little practice. Inhale naturally, and as you exhale, contracting those lower abdominal muscles. Of course, we know from previous practices, by doing this lower contraction, we're supporting the lower spine and the lower lumbar, and we'll use this breathing technique through our practices, in and out of any postures. Just breathe in naturally. And as you exhale, just contract those lower abdominal muscles. Takes a bit of practice, but keep going. Practice in your own time, away from the mat, on the mat if you're doing your own practice by yourself. And eventually it will come to you. And now we'll put those both together, belly and our exhales. So you can place one hand on your belly and one hand on the side of your rib cage. And with our inhale, we'll breathe through the nose, belly rises. And as we exhale, belly goes back to the spine as we lightly contract those lower abdominal muscles. Breathe in again. And exhale, contracting. Do this 2 more times. And last inhale here. I'll invite you to take your hands down by the side of your body, palms facing up. And just sit here for a few breaths. We're wanting to now connect both the chest and abdomen breaths in through the beginning of our practice. So we'll start with some stretching breaths. On our inhale, breathing into the center of the chest, arms up, and exhale as we take our arms back over our head. On our exhale, we'll bring our arms up and down next to our body. Try that again. Inhaling, arms up. Exhaling, arms go back. Inhaling, arms go up. And exhale, arms back down by the side. We'll do that one more time. All the while trying to do your belly breathing and that lower contraction of the abdominal muscles when you're coming on the exhale. We'll take the right leg up for a craniosacral pump. Exhale as you're bringing your head towards your knee. Inhale, taking the leg back down. Leg up on the left, exhaling as we're bringing our head up towards the knee. Inhale as we're taking our leg away, doing it again on each side. Just making sure you are contracting those lower abdominal muscles to support that spine. Fantastic. If you've got a strap, we'll use that now for our hamstring stretches. If you've got a TheraBand, you can use that also. If you don't have one, that's not a problem. You can do that without the strap. It's not a requirement. Arms out by your side at shoulder height, palms facing down, and on the exhale, we'll take the right leg over our left leg. Just hold that there for a few breaths, feeling that nice stretch along the right hip and the right hamstrings. Inhale, bringing your leg back up to center, and exhale as we take it over to the right hand side. Now you can hold onto your strap and you can place your left hand on your left hip. You don't want any rolling over here on this side. Inhale, leg comes up to center. Just grab the strap or TheraBand or behind your leg if you need to, and just pull your leg in towards you. You can bend your knee as much as you need. straighten it if you like without locking the knee. And we'll do that again, that cycle again on this side with the right leg. So you can take your arm out to the side, your right arm out to the side, shoulder height. And on your exhale, taking the right leg over, crossing it over the left leg. Trying to keep your shoulder blades on the ground as we enjoy that nice stretch through the hamstring. Inhale, bringing the leg back up to center, grabbing the strap, TheraBand or your leg with the other hand, and exhaling as we take it over to your right hand side. You can put your hand onto your left hip like I said. This prevents you from rolling that hip upward. And again, we'll make sure that our shoulder blades are both touching the ground. Inhale, bringing that leg back up to center, grabbing both the straps. And if possible, you can bend your leg as much as you need to bring that towards your chest. Or you can straighten it up a little bit for a more of an intense hamstring stretch. We'll gently release that band now, taking our right foot down to the ground, and we'll do that on the left. So just finding that balance and that evenness with the strap or TheraBand. Again, you can also hold behind your left leg if you need to. Straighten your right leg out. And on your exhale, we'll take the left leg over to the right hand side. One side might be a little more relaxed than the other. Depending on what time of day you're doing this practice, will also depend on your flexibility and the state in which your muscles are. Inhale, bringing it back up to center, grabbing the straps with your other hand, and then exhale as we take it over to the left hand side. Again, you can place your right hand on your right hip, and that just prevents it from rolling over. All the while you're taking nice deep breaths, getting some good air into the lungs and into the stomach. Inhale as you bring your leg back up, and we'll bring that one toward us again. So bringing both straps in, bending your leg as much as you need for a hamstring stretch on the back of the left leg. And if you'd like a little more of an intense stretch, you can straighten your leg and then gently pull that towards your body. And we'll do that cycle again. So exhale, taking your left leg over to the right hand side, keeping both shoulders on the ground. Take a nice big inhale here as we raise the leg, grabbing the straps with your left hand, and exhale as we take them over to the left hand side. There is no right or wrong for how you hold your straps. It's whatever's easier for you, really. So just do as your body's telling you to do. Again, if you are finding these too intense, then come out of the pose at any time and just lay in Shavasana until such time that we move on to the next posture. Inhale as we bring it up towards the center, grabbing both straps and bringing them in with a nice deep bend of the knee. More intense stretch, straighten that leg, gently pulling that leg towards the body. I hope you feel that warming up now. After this one, we'll be coming up into seated. One more breath and gently release the straps, taking your left foot down to the ground. We'll use that diamond pattern to bring ourselves up. So diamond fingers under the hips, lifting our legs up and using our leverage there to bring ourselves up. So sitting up nice and tall, finding that nice neutral pelvis. We'll now come into some neck stretches. So finding ourselves nice and tall, rolling our shoulders up and back, opening that chest up, growing tall through the neck and the spine, out through the crown of the head. We'll take an exhale here as we gently drop our chin to chest, feeling the stretch on the back of the neck. Inhale up, exhale over to the right, ear to shoulder. Inhale up, exhale, left to shoulder. Inhale up, we'll do the chin to our shoulder. So exhale as we bring our chin over to our right shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale, left chin to left shoulder. Inhale back to center, exhale, we'll look up skyward, enjoying a nice throat stretch. Inhale back down, we'll do that one more cycle. Exhale, chin to chest. Inhale, exhale, ear to right. Inhale, ear to left. Inhale, chin to right. Inhale, chin to left. And inhale, gazing skyward for a throat stretch. Wonderful. Inhale, coming back to center there. Hands up as we go, inhaling into the center of the chest with a sense of expansion here. Exhale, we're taking our right hand down, pushing through that left hand and taking ourselves over to the right. You can take your forearm to the mat if your body will allow. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale as we take our left hand down, stretch through the right and over to the left. If you have got your forearm on the ground, look up skyward, enjoying the stretch along the right hand hip and rib cage. Inhale back to center. We'll do that again on each side. Exhale, right hand down, push through the left and over to the right. Inhale up and one last one on the left. Exhale as we go down, push through that right and come down onto the left, gazing skyward. Inhale back up to center. We'll have our palms facing forward. On our exhale, we'll fold forward as far as you can. You can place your hands here as long as you've got your spine nice and straight, or you can take yourself down to as low as your body will allow. From here, we'll take an inhale as we gaze forward, keeping our shoulders down. And let's walk ourselves around to the right hand side as far as you can, looking over your right shoulder. Feeling a nice stretch along the left rib cage. Inhale back to center, taking our head down again. On our exhale, take a breath here. Inhaling, looking forward, keeping those shoulders down. And we'll walk ourselves around to the left-hand side. On the exhale, seeing as far around, twisting as far as you can, looking over the left-hand side. Inhale as we're coming back to center. Exhale as we sink a little further into the mat. You may take your forehead to the ground. Enjoying a stretch all the way through the back of the shoulders there, out through the fingertips. And on your inhale, we'll gently walk ourselves back up. Hope you're still with me and enjoying the practice. We'll come onto our hands and knees for some cat-cow. Inhaling, dropping the belly, pushing the tailbone back up, looking forward, opening that chest out. Exhaling as we're rounding our shoulders into cat, looking back through the body. Inhaling, coming back into cow, dropping the belly, our tailbone goes up, our chest opens up as we gaze forward. Exhale, rounding our shoulders back into cat, looking through the body. One more here into cow, dropping that belly on the inhale, looking up as far as we can, tailbone goes skyward. And exhale as we come into cat. And we'll stay here for a few breaths just to really feel that space in between our shoulder blades, coming away from the midline. Come back into tabletop and we'll do some hip circles. So we'll take our hips over to the right, drop them back over the heels, over to the left, back to tabletop. Do that again 2 more times in this direction in your own time. Make sure that you are breathing in and out nice and evenly when you're doing it. Once you've done your third, we'll take the hips over to the left in the opposite direction, back to the heels, over to the right, and we'll do that 2 more times. Excellent. Coming into some spinal flow now. Right foot goes back, dorsiflex foot, left arm goes forward. Seeing a good stretch through the leg, you're pushing through the heel and you're pushing through the fingertips. Keep breathing. And knee down to the ground, opposite sides. Left foot goes back, right arm goes forward. And really stretch, push through the heel and push through the fingertips. Again on the left hand side, left arm goes forward, right goes back. Excellent. Bringing our hand and knees to the ground. One last time, left leg goes back, right hand goes forward. Excellent. We'll bring ours down now. Tucking our toes in, we'll come into downward dog. On your exhale, push back to the hips and then up to the sky. Take your time here getting into down dog. It's our first full body stretch for the practice. So take however many deep breaths you need. You may want to paddle the legs to get a little bit of movement. Again, depending on the time of day, will depend where your feet land on the mat. And as we take an inhale, exhale, lifting our right leg up into 3-legged dog. Stay here, bring it forward through the mat into a right lunge. Find your balance, arms up, arms down into cactus, and we'll twist around to the right on the exhale. Inhale, bring it back to center, and exhale around to the left. Back to center, arms up, bringing our hands down to the floor, coming back into downward dog. Take a moment here. On your next exhale, left leg to 3-legged dog, up to the sky, and when you're ready, bring it through for a left lunge. Find your balance, bringing hands up to the sky, bending that knee deeply, arms into cactus. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center, and exhale, twisting to the right. Back to center, arms up, hands down by each side, coming back into downward dog. Walking the dog here. And we'll do that again, but we won't do cactus arms. We'll just be doing a nice gentle side twist. So we'll right leg up for 3-legged dog. Bring it right through for a lunge. Find your balance. Arms up. Hands down into chest and twisting to the right. Taking your left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale back to center. Hands down by the side. Taking your leg back into downward dog. 3-legged dog on the left hand side. and bring it through. Find your balance. Arms up, palms together down to chest. Exhale as we take it over to the left and right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Back to center and arms up, back to down dog. And just stay here for a few breaths, enjoying the full body stretch. See if you can always point your hips a little further to the sky. And when you're ready, we'll walk our arms back to ragdoll, grabbing each elbow and placing your head through your arms, looking back through your legs. You may want to twist your ragdoll from left to right, finding a bit of movement here. Dropping the arms down, we'll come into a deep bend, up standing tall, arms up to the sky. Exhaling as we're bringing our hands down by our side. Standing nice and tall, engaging the arches coming up through the knees and thighs, finding a neutral pelvis. Rolling the shoulders up and back to open the chest, finding length in the neck and that growth through the crown of the head. On our inhale, we'll take our hands up and over our head, interlace the fingers and point them skyward. On our exhale, we'll go over to the right for flowing crescent. Inhale back to center and exhale over to the left. Inhale back to center, one more each side. Exhale over to the right. Inhale and exhale over to the left. Excellent. Exhale as we bring our hands down by our side. We can keep our feet at the same distance that they were. Arms up, coming into chair. Staying here for a breath. Pushing through the heels on the inhale back to standing. And back down into chair. Pushing through the heels back to standing. And one more chair with an invitation to stay. You may want to put your hands into your chest. And if you would like to, you can do a slight twist here. Left elbow to right knee, twist and look over your right shoulder. Inhale back to center. And exhale over to the left, right elbow to left knee, look over the left shoulder. Excellent. And back to center. Coming up now, arms up. Exhale by the side, coming into warrior two. We'll start on the right hand side. So we've got your right foot pointed to the short edge of the mat. And we have your left foot pointing to the long edge of the mat. Just make sure that you've got your right heel and your left arch in alignment. And just find your balance. Arms out by the side, coming into warrior two. Looking down the tips of your right finger. On our inhale, coming into reverse warrior. And exhale into warrior two. Taking our arms down to the right, coming into side angle. You may reach down to the ground, you might have your ankle, or you can also place your elbow lightly on your knee. Try not to lean into the knee, pretend you could float with it. Back to warrior two. Straighten the right leg, coming into triangle, leaning over to the right, down to the ankle. You can either gaze upward or gaze down to the mat, whatever's comfortable for your neck. As we inhale, coming back up to Warrior Two. We'll straighten that right leg, coming into a wide-legged forward fold. Arms up to the sky, and as we exhale, we're engaging that lower core, supporting our spine and folding forward as deeply as you wish. And you can take either your hands, your head, your elbows to the ground. Allow your head just to relax at the end of the neck, looking back through the body. Pushing ourselves up on our fingertips with a nice straight back. Readjust your feet as we're coming into Warrior Two on the left-hand side. Arms up, down by the side, twisting our left leg around. Right foot should be facing the long edge of the mat, left foot the short edge of the mat. Finding your balance into Warrior Two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Back to Warrior Two. Down into side angle. Back to Warrior Two. Straighten the left leg into triangle. Inhale, back to Warrior Two. Inhale as we straighten that left leg, turn it around to the front, hands on the hips, as we take ourselves into our wide leg forward fold. Come down and just relax in this pose for a few breaths. Enjoy that full stretch up the back of your legs, over and down into your spine. When you're ready, you can lift your body up on fingertips, straighten that back. You can work your feet in as we're coming into standing. Inhale as we bring our arms forward and up. And bringing our hands down, walking our legs in. Hope you're all feeling well. You can take a break here. You can walk it out, shake your legs a little bit. We're coming into some balancing poses now, tree pose. Inhale as we bring our hands up and over, palms together, down to chest. Sending all the intention into your left leg. We're going to raise our right foot. It can be just on your shin. It can be just above your knee. Or if you would like, you can invite it to up the top of your thigh. Just find your gaze. That will always help you with your balance. And once you've found that balance, invite your arms skyward. I must have slippy pants on today. Inviting those hands skyward and back down into cactus arms. Wonderful. Inhaling, arms back up, back down to chest, palms together, and bringing that right foot down. And we'll do that on the left-hand side. Arms up and around, overhead, down to chest. Sending that intention into the right leg, that we're taking all the weight into that leg. Gently lift your left foot off the ground and invite it to either the side of the shin, just above the knee, or to the inner thigh. You can assist that with your hand. Find your balance and your gaze. And when you're ready, take your hands overhead, down into cactus arms. Palms to center, bringing your foot down. We'll do that again. Arms down and around, up skyward, palms together down to chest. Sending the intention into the right leg. We're lifting our left leg off to the inside of the thigh. And if you're able to do so, arms going up and down into cactus arms. Hands to chest, bringing your foot down. Beautiful. We'll come down to seated by way of Malasana. Arms up, palms together, down to chest, soften the knees and down into garland pose or Malasana. You may invite your elbows to inside of your knees and push the knees away slightly. Keeping that spine straight, we'll take our right hand to our left ankle and we'll twist our body up towards the sky, left hand up. Bringing the left hand down, we'll grab our right ankle with our left hand and twisting our body, right hand goes up. Again on the other side. And last one on the left. Excellent. Come down onto the ground. We'll do a wide leg, revolved head to knee. So sitting up nice and straight. Inhale. And as we exhale, we're taking our right hand down. Forearm is the intention to take it down to the ground. And we're revolving our body around. So twist that body, our hand pushing ourselves back with the left. Look skyward. If that's too much, you can look down to the mat or just straight ahead. If forearm to the ground is too much, you can place your hand on your heel or on your toes. Inhale, coming back up. Exhale on the left hand side, Forearm down, twisting our body around. Feel the nice stretch there on the right hip. You can grab your left feet and bring your arm over if you wish. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, arms down. We'll bring our feet into bound butterfly. Sitting up nice and tall, taking a stretch through the arms and through the shoulders, keeping that neck nice and straight. Chin up a little, chest open. And if you need to just flap your knees, just do so. Having a nice stretch through that groin area. And when you're ready, we'll come over to our tummies. We'll start on our hands and knees. And we can do half chaturanga push-up. So just find your tabletop position. And when you're ready, we'll come into a half chaturanga push-up. So leaning forward, back straight, you can gaze forward, elbows to the side of the body, coming back up to tabletop. Again, exhale, bringing ourselves forward, gazing forward, keeping that spine nice and straight. And elbows tucked into the side. And we'll do one more of those. Leaning forward, elbows to the side. And pushing yourself back up. I'm certainly not a master at chaturanga, so these are always going to be a work in progress for me. We'll come down onto our tummy through that push-up, through that chaturanga. So just take your time doing it. Don't flop to tummy. Try and find that stability through the chaturanga and then just gently bring yourself down. We're going to do Superman now. So we'll lift our right leg back and up, pointing our toes as we stretch our left arm forward, really squeezing those glutes and just relaxing. We'll do that on the other side. Left leg up, squeeze the glutes, right hand forward and down. We'll do both. Both legs up. Both arms forward. And we'll sweep our arms around to locust. So we'll bring our palms facing up, legs up, and relax. From here we'll come up into high plank. So just bringing yourself up onto tabletop. We'll come into a full plank. Find your balance here. And we'll begin with a right hand twist. So we'll take the intention to our right hand, twisting our body up, looking up, with the left arm coming back down, over to the left, raising our right arm. Coming back down, one more time. If high plank is too intense, your variation would be to take a knee down. I'll just demonstrate here. You can twist your bottom half of your right leg out, stretching the left leg back and twisting around. Again, I'll demonstrate on the left hand side. So you can sweep your left leg out 45 degrees, stretch your right leg back and twist up. Perfect. Just coming back now. We'll do 3 cat and cows. Starting with our cow, tummy dropping, tailbone goes up. Exhale as we come into cat. Looking through the back of the body. Inhale, dropping our tummy, tailbone goes up. Exhale into cat. One more. Inhale, looking forward, opening that chest. And exhale to cat. We're going to come up on our knees. So you can walk yourself back and up, coming into camel. Inhale, arms go up. We'll just do one side for now. Exhale as we twist and we take our right arm back, touching our heel, pushing our hips forward and looking back as far and reaching back as far as you'd like. Inhale, coming back to center, bringing your right hand up, slowly twisting back around, arms down. We'll do that on the left hand side. Inhale into the middle of the chest. On our exhale, we'll twist around, reaching our left hand down to our left heel, pushing our hips forward and leaning back, gazing up. Always make sure that you have got a relaxed neck. Inhale as we come back up. Exhale down. And we'll do that with both arms now, full camel. Inhale up. Exhale, you can take your arms out and around and you can start by just placing your hands in your lower back as you're taking your gaze skyward. You can then start reaching for your heels, pushing those hips forward, relaxing the chest back, the chin back for a throat stretch. And when you're ready, placing your hands on the back of the lower back again. Coming up, inhale, arms up, and taking our arms down. We'll come back into a child pose now. Take a wide-legged child pose or a full child pose, taking your arms down by the side, palms facing up, head down to the ground, and just allowing your shoulders to sink towards the mat. Allowing your body to feel heavy. Looking through your legs there towards the back of your body. Excellent. Just take that time to stretch out that back again, as camel is quite an intense back bend. And when you're ready, take an inhale as we raise our body back up to Vajrasana. And we'll come down to lying. So just bring yourself down any way you would like. Coming into half boat. Finding our feet flat on the mat, knees bent. Arms overhead, placed in our little Charlie's Angels hand position. Not quite sure what else I could call it though. Sort of refuse to call it a gun. And on our exhale, we'll bring our arms up and over to the left-hand side, just to the outside of the left leg, making sure we're doing those lower abdominal contractions. Inhale as we're coming back down to lying. Exhale as we go over to the right-hand side. Excellent. Inhaling, coming back down. And exhale, we'll go over to the left-hand side with an invitation to stay here. And with every exhale, you might want to just lift your body a little further up towards the front shin of your left leg. And inhale back down. And we'll do the same on the right-hand side. Exhale, take our hands over to the right. Staying here for a few breaths. And with every exhale, you may want to just push your body up a little further. Excellent. We'll come back down and release out of that pose. We'll now find our legs up the wall. So whether or not you do literally move to a wall, you may want to place a cushion under the back of your seat, or a block would be fine as well. If not, you can lay on your mat, point your feet upwards, and we'll do some flexing and some pointing of the feet. A nice restorative relaxing pose. May not feel it, but you are actually engaging your parasympathetic nervous system by doing legs up the wall. Okay, we'll take our legs down to the ground. We'll then keep our right foot on the ground, knees bent. We'll raise our left leg up to the sky, pointing it. And we'll leave that here for a little bit. And if you would like, try and just grab behind the top of your left knee there, so the back of, your left hamstring, and just try and bring your leg a little closer to you. If again you need to bend, please do so. And then when you're ready on your exhale, we're going to take our left leg down to the ground, and then pushing our heels away. Don't allow your foot to touch the ground. Point your toes, bring it back up to the sky. Grabbing your hamstring on the left-hand side, bringing your leg towards you for a hamstring stretch. And then we'll take that one away again. So point, point, point until you're almost at the ground, and push your heel out. Feeling that beautiful release on your calf. Pointing your toes, bringing it up, bending the left knee, taking that foot to the ground. And we'll do the same on the right. So pointing your right toe up skyward, grab the back of your right hamstring and pull your right hamstring towards you, or your right leg towards you. Letting go, we'll now allow that foot to go down towards the ground. And just before you get to the ground, push your heel away, feeling that release through the calf muscle. Pointing your toe, raising it back up to the sky. Again, you can grab your right hamstring and gently pull your leg towards you. Excellent. And take it away again. Point, point, point. And just before you get to the ground, hover your leg as you push your heel away, feeling that release through the calf muscle. And we'll bring our leg down. Bring our soles of our feet together into reclined butterfly. Feeling nice and neutral through the pelvis. And just allowing our legs to sink a little further out to the sides. If you do need support, please use them under your knees. So you can either have a couple of blocks or a couple of cushions. You can just have your hands here if that's comfortable for you. Or you can just allow them to release and open up that hip and groin area. And just stay here for a few breaths. You can practice your belly breathing and your exhaling here. So belly on the inhale, belly rises, and exhale, a contraction of that lower abdominal muscle. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, contracting those lower abdominals. Fantastic. I'll now ask you to just assist your knees up as we come into windscreen wipers. So feet wide on the mat towards the edge. Neutral spine, will take both knees over to the right. And just feeling that stretch there down the left hip. Inhale back to center as we take them over to the left. Again, that nice stretch on the right hip, making sure that you've got both shoulder blades on the ground. Inhale back to center. We'll do that one more each side. Over to the right. Back up to center, and last one on the left. Fantastic. Back up to center, and I'll invite you down into Shavasana. So sliding your legs down, stretching them out. Allow the feet to just flop out to the sides. Arms away from the body, palms facing up. And really just reconnecting back with the earth. Just doing that body scan now, seeing where those tight spots are or were. Hopefully you've worked on them a little bit. Noticing your heels, your calves, your buttocks, your hips, your thoracic spine and the back of your head, all connecting with the mat again. And just invite you to take a few breaths. Belly rising on the inhale and belly falling back towards the spine on the exhale. And as we lie here, I invite you to try and find the furthest possible noise that you can hear. And just focus on it. And then with every inhale and exhale, try and bring your awareness a little closer to home. Hearing noises that may just be outside your room, your windows. Bringing it inside into the room now. And just bringing awareness to your actual room, your space, your walls, your ceiling, your floor, you connected to the floor. Bringing real awareness to your breath now. And just revisiting your intention that you'd set at the start of the practice too, and the mood that you wanted to cultivate for your practice. Have you got that sense of feeling now? Can you push it through each cell of the body, from your heart space out to the tips of your fingers, the tips of your toes, and up through the top of your head? I hope this practice has allowed you to refine that mood and bring that mood into your heart space. Now, bringing awareness to your body, I'll ask you to start moving your fingers and toes, getting a bit of movement back into your body as we're coming to the end of our practice today. And when you're ready in your own time, you can either roll over to one side, gently bringing yourself up into seated, or you can use that diamond finger pattern underneath your hips and just allowing it to leverage you back up as we come up into seated, keeping your eyes soft. Finding a nice long spine, rolling your shoulders up and back, growing tall through the head. I invite you to put your hands to your chest, your Anahata chakra. Take 3 deep, even breaths through the nose and out through the nose. I invite you to take your hands to your third eye, your Ajna chakra, for purity of thought and clarity of the mind. And to your throat, your Vishuddha chakra, for purity of the word and clarity of the speech. May you always speak the truth. And back to our heart center, our Anahata chakra, for purity of the heart, the ability to love, to accept, and to forgive unconditionally. Lightly bowing our head, I thank you for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. May the mood that you've cultivated put you in good stead for the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you back on the mat another time in any of the classes that are offered on my Yoga My Way. Please visit me on my website, or I'll see you again through YouTube and any of the little videos that I may have. Have a great day. Namaste.